Welcome back, guys. Today I have two vintage cottage DIYs for you, and here I am starting with the set of spoon that I picked up at Dollar General. This has been in my stash for almost 2 years. So what I am doing now, as you saw, I removed the tag and I'm just sanding off the sheen and prepping this for painting, and then wiped it down properly with the microfiber cloth. I took some folk art vintage white paint and gave it 2 good coats. Allow 1 coat to dry first and then add the 2nd coat. And then once that dried, I did not like how white it was, so I decided to go in with some multi-surface vintage white again. And then that dried, and now I got this napkin from my friend Katie from Lady Red Crafting, and here I'm removing just this little panel of flowers. We're not using everything, and I cut 2 pieces out and I'm just trimming that down. I want to remove as much of the white from it as possible. And then I also selected 2 smaller flowers and cut those out as well. Now here I'm adding some Mod Podge with a small brush on the inside of a 3-prong fork. And once I added that, I just placed the napkin in, and then a little piece was hanging from the bottom. I just used the end of the brush to just fold that in. And then I'm doing the same thing with the spoon. And what I did do also, which you probably didn't see me do, is spritz the napkin with a little water. I saw my friend Brandi from the DIY Struggle doing that. She is a decoupage queen, my friend, so you have to check her out. I will actually link her video down in the description box below so you can check that out. And I thought this needed something else, so I'm taking a little antique wax and I'm going around the edge of our spoon and the fork and just distressing that. Welcome back if you're returning. If you are new, welcome. If we haven't met yet, my name is Christine. Thank you so much for coming by. And then I'm going to add some Mod Podge. So I'm using a makeup sponge and a little Mod Podge. Now I'm dabbing because I want to protect the surface. So rather than striking or swiping, I'm just dabbing that on. And once that dried, I cut a piece of this drop cloth that I got from my friend Kendra from Late Night Creations. I also got this ribbon from her, and I cut that in 2. And then because I didn't want too much of the ribbon on there, I also cut the piece that I cut into again. So here I am tying on the strip of drop cloth that I cut off. And here I am just trying to figure out how I need to glue this on, whether I need to glue the drop cloth first or both of them together. And I decided to glue down the drop cloth first, so I glued that down at the back and then just tied it at the front. And then I will do the same for the piece of ribbon, just glue that down at the back, scrunch it up in the middle. And rather than tying that, I just folded it onto itself, because if I tied it, I would not have had enough for a tail. Now, if you recreate this, of course, you can use just 1 piece of ribbon and just tie that around your spoon and your fork and you'll be done. But I'm using pieces because I didn't want too much on there. I wanted it messy as well. And then I found that little piece of champagne color gingham ribbon. That is the last piece that I had of this color. I cut that in 2. It was enough to give me 2 pieces, so I cut that in 2. And I just wrap that around for further embellishment and glue that down. And this is shabby. I'm making this shabby. I'm not doing it too precise. And then I got these paper flowers from Amazon in a pack, different colors. I selected these 2, snip off the little wire piece, glued those on there, dovetailed the end of my ribbon, and if you notice, I left the tip of the spoon blue because I wanted the contrast. And then I just glue on 2 blue flowers, and this one is done. Using affordable Dollar Tree supplies and a little creativity, I transformed both of these DIYs into charming vintage-inspired decor pieces, perfect for cottagecore, shabby chic, farmhouse, and vintage decorating styles. Now, this is a little wicker box that I picked up at the Dollar Tree. Picked up both of or two of them. I used one in another DIY before. I will link that video here at the top so you can check that one out. We're going to change this up a bit. I painted both sides using apple barrel light mocha. Got this napkin from Temu years ago, and I'm going to use this. I like the design on this one. And here I'm just trying to see how I wanted my design to fit. And then once I decided how I want that to fit, I cut that in two. Now the box has the bead and the little elastic piece there that's going to get into the way. So now to get around that, I am going to snip a little hole in the napkin and then pull the elastic piece in, just so we have that peeking through when we decoupage our napkin on. And I will do the same for the beaded section when I get to that part. But here I'm using the fan brush and some Mod Podge, and I'm going in sections, and then I spritz the napkin with a little water just so it goes on with ease. And I will do the same, go all the way around until I get to the top of the cover. My friends, if you're still here, thank you so much for watching the video. Don't forget to like and share if you're enjoying the content. I am very close to that 5,000 mark, and if you share with your friends, subscribe if you have not yet subscribed, I would truly appreciate that. Help me to get to that 5,000 mark. So once I got that part covered, I am working my way all the way around, and then I got to the front, and there is where I said that I snipped the napkin and then just pull the bead in. And here I am adding my second layer of napkin over that, and I'm drying as I go along. Now you can put a lot as well as you can put just enough to keep the napkin bonded to the wicker. It doesn't matter for me. I just used enough that would give me the result that I was looking for. Now after I did that part, I realized now that I should just do the sides as well. Now you don't have to paint the sides like I did. I had planned originally to just leave it with the paint, but then I found that this section of the napkin has this nice design on there, so I decided to decoupage that on. Now for the next part, I wanted to add some little beads to my lid, but the napkin was too thin, so I glued that down on a piece of brown paper. And now I'm gluing down some half beads that I had cut in advance. And once I glued those on, I started with the school glue, and then that didn't work, so I used the hot glue. And now I'm just cutting that off, and that gives it a base. So when I glue that down on the wicker, it keeps it in place. Next, I cut a few pieces of leaf from this vine garland. And then I'm going to add those by just gluing them down. I cut 3 pieces and glued those down first, and then I glue down my brooch. Call it a brooch because it looks like a brooch, ain't it? I glue down my beaded piece on top of the leaves, and we're going to call this one done. And here is our scripture for today, Acts 26, 17 and 18. I will rescue you from your own people and from the Gentiles. I am sending you to them to open their eyes and turn them from darkness to light and from the power of Satan to God, so that they may receive forgiveness of sins and a place among those who are sanctified by faith in me. Here is the final reveal of these 2 vintage cottage DIYs that I created for you today. Let me know what you think about these, and whether or not this is something that you would try. If you have not yet subscribed and you enjoy the content, please go ahead and do so before you leave. And this is how ChatGPT styled these for me. If you love content like this and would like to see more, here is a video that I recommend. Don't forget to share this video with your friends, and I'll catch you in my next one.